Hello, and welcome to Pimpin Positivity Podcast. My name is Alethea Crimmins, also known as Miss HDIC, where we motivate, empower, and inspire. Hello, everybody out there. So what I need everybody who is watching this to know that not only am I doing this podcast, it is also live. I'm also live on TikTok. I'm taking people's comments and questions as we go so they can also be a part of this live. Hello, everybody on this live also. I hope that you are out there being great in their face and having a good day on purpose. So as you can see, I'm dressed all in red. I'm in the spirit. I have my flowers in front of me because it is what you may know as Valentine's Day, but I have chosen to rename this Self-Love Day. This is Self-Love Day. Because oftentimes we give everybody else love, but we forget to love ourselves. We forget that the love that we give ourselves is the most important love. The most important relationship is the ones that we have with ourselves. So that's why this is called Self-Love Day. All right, so let's get started, because let me tell you something. I did not always love me. I did not always think highly of myself. I didn't know how to treat me because I was so accustomed to not being treated well that I thought that this was what I deserved. So I settled for anything that anybody gave me because I didn't love me enough. I didn't know how to love me, but yet, I expected other people to love me. How oftentimes do we expect other people to love us, but yet we don't love ourselves? I expected other people to love me as I was, but guess what? I didn't love me as I was. I didn't love the person that I am. So how could I expect anybody else to? When I first met my wife, I didn't love me. And I wanted her to love me enough for the both of us. And that was hard for her to do. It actually put a strain on our marriage. Let me tell you something. How would I want you to love my fupa and I don't love it? How do I expect you to love me on my bad days and I can't even love me? We expect this from other people because we don't know how to love ourselves. We want other people to love us enough for the both of us. Am I right? I have people saying that is so true, and it is. We expect people to love us. We expect people to love our scars, and we don't love our scars. We don't love us in our brokenness. We don't love us. But we expect that of other people. So how do I start loving myself? How do you start loving you? Well, I'm glad that you asked. When was the last time that you took yourself out on a date? When was the last time that you bought yourself something nice? When was the last time that you actually treated yourself? Honey, I take myself out all the time because that's how I get to know me. That's how I get to know what I like. Do you know that oftentimes when I ask people, what do you like? What makes you happy? Their response is, I don't know. I have no idea. And I didn't know either until I took the time to get to know me. I didn't know what I liked. So how can I tell other people what I like if I don't know? Let me tell you something. When I take myself out on dates, I treat myself extremely nice. I go all out. I dress up for me. And I do things that I like. Because if you know how to treat you, then that is how you show other people how to treat you. You can't say that they don't treat me right. Do you treat yourself right? Do you talk to yourself right? Do you speak highly of yourself? Because you can't expect other people to speak highly of you and you don't speak highly of yourself. What are you telling you about you? What are you saying to yourself right now? How do you speak to you? Just think about that for a second. What are the things that you're telling yourself to make you feel good about you? A lot of people think of Valentine's Day and they get so upset. They get so depressed because they see everybody else with flowers and candy and they going out on dates and they doing all this other stuff, and you wish that you had somebody to do that with. Question: why can't you do this for yourself? Do you know that Valentine's Day, and my wife said this, and I used to get upset until I really sat and I thought about it. She doesn't celebrate Valentine's Day. Because she said, why should I only show you that I love you once a year? Why do I have to go all out once a year? Why can I show you that I love you any day of the week? And that's so true. People are going to show out. People are going to show their girlfriends, their wives, all this love. They're going to buy them flowers. They're going to buy them chocolate. They're going to give them money. They're going to do all this to make them feel good on Valentine's Day. What about the next day? What about next month? What about that time when you made me feel like I was nothing? What about that time that you talked to me like I was stupid? What about that time that you made me feel like shit, but on Valentine's Day? On Valentine's Day, you buy me a dozen roses, you buy me this big bear, you go out and you get me some chocolates, you get my nails done. Valentine's Day is more for them than it is for you. I'm going to repeat that. Valentine's Day is more for them than it is for you. Because they want you to be like, oh, well, look what I bought you. Look what I got you. I got you these flowers. I got you this candy. I got you this. This is bragging rights. This is bragging rights. But what do you do for me every day? How do you treat me every day? This is why self-love is important. Because I don't need your candy. I don't need your flowers. I don't need this. These are things that I can do for myself. These are things that you should do for yourself. If these are the things that make you happy, then maybe you need to reevaluate some things. People are so hell-bent on, I need to have somebody in my life in order for me to be happy. I need to have somebody in my life in order for me to feel loved. You have somebody in your life. You have you. You have you in your life. But what have you done to make yourself happy? What have you done? Oftentimes we say that we want other people to love us. we want other people to treat us right. I can remember that there was a time where I was looking for love from any and everybody. I just wanted somebody to be with. I wanted somebody to love me because I felt like if they gave me all this, if they did all, even with my wife, if she bought me all these flowers, if she gave me this candy, if she gave me these gifts, it would say that she loved me. Do you know I still felt bad? Even though I had all these gifts, what did that prove? How was I treating me? What was I doing for myself? We spend all this time trying to please other people that we forget that we are people also. We forget that we need to show ourselves love. We forget how important we are. If you take a piece of paper and you write down everything that you do for everybody else, and then you take that same piece of paper and you write down things that you do for yourself, you're going to be shocked at what you see. We do more for other people than we do for ourselves. Other people do not know how to love us and treat us because we don't know how to treat ourselves. We don't know how to love us. So other people can't either. I'm going to go to the live and see the comments. Some people are saying, ouch. Yes, that is so true. How many times do we expect people to love me through my flaws? I stutter. And this is something that I'm very self-conscious about. I'm also very self-conscious about my weight. And I would always complain about my size. I would always complain that I was too big for this, that I wasn't pretty enough because of how I looked. Whenever it was time to go somewhere, I would put on 50 million different outfits because I could never find the one that I thought made me look good. It's like I couldn't love me enough to know that it wasn't the clothes that made me. I made the clothes. But because I kept putting myself down, kept thinking that I wasn't enough, eventually, my wife started to think these same things too. Why should she try to encourage me? Why should she try to lift me up? Why should she try to build me up when all I was doing was tearing me down? Do you know how exhausting that is when you keep trying to motivate, when you keep trying to build up? That's like you keep building this house. You keep building these blocks, stacking these blocks, and then I come and knock them all down. And here she goes. She building again. Then here I come knocking them all down. That's what we do to ourselves. People come into our lives and they try to build us up. They try to get us to love ourselves. They try so hard, and then they build, and then here we come and knock it all down. But we still expect them to love us. We still expect people to treat us right. We still have that expectation. We often feel that we do not deserve love because of the love that we've received in the past. We don't deserve anything good in our lives because of the relationships that we've had in the past. The pattern has to stop because you have to realize first you have to have a good relationship with you. You have to have a good relationship with yourself. Self-care is not just about making sure that you look good, making sure that your nails are done, your hair is done, going to the spa. Self-care is much more than that. Self-care is loving you. Loving each and every part of you. Self-care is showing yourself love. Knowing that you deserve love. You feel like you don't deserve it because you don't give it to yourself. Just because this is something that you are accustomed to does not mean that's how it's supposed to be. We have to unlearn those patterns. Unlearn those patterns. You need to give yourself the love that you deserve. Start right now. Start today. Take yourself out. Learn things that you like. Learn things that make you happy so you do not have to depend on anybody else to give you that. We depend on other people to give us love. We depend on other people to give us things that we need to give ourselves. We depend on people to give us self-esteem. We depend on other people to give us self-love. We depend on other people to give us self-care. This is why it's called self-esteem, self-care, self-love, because it comes from you. It doesn't come from anybody else, because what happens is when it comes from somebody else, when that person leaves, then everything they gave you leaves with them. When that person leaves, when you depend on other people to give you what you should give yourself, when that person leaves, then everything they gave you leaves with them. And you starting back from square one. And then you go looking. You go looking for somebody else to give you what you should be giving yourself. It's a pattern. It's a pattern. I know sometimes that we wonder, why do I keep attracting the same type of people? I'm going to ask the people in this live, how many times have you said, why do I keep attracting the same type of men? Why do I keep attracting the same type of women? That's because we go looking for the exact same thing. We're looking to people for what we should give ourselves. We're looking for them to fill us, but we haven't filled ourselves. What are you doing for you? We're looking for other people to give us flowers. When have you bought your own for yourself? We're looking for people to give us candy and teddy bears and gifts. When was the last time that you did that for you? When was the last time that you said out loud to yourself, I love me? I don't love me because they love me. I don't love me because my husband loves me. I don't love me because my wife and my kids love me. I love me because of who I am. I love me because of who I am. How many times can you actually say that you loved you for exactly who you are. Right now, I want you to tell yourself right now, wherever you are, it doesn't matter where you are, I want you to say it out loud. I love me for exactly who I am. I love me for exactly who I am. And now that you said that, I want you to show yourself this love. Show yourself that you love you, because how many times have you told your significant other, well, you tell me that you love me, but you don't show me that you love me? You tell me, but I don't feel it. You don't show it. Do you show yourself? Do you show it? You saying it out loud, but do you show you that you love you? Oh, crickets. Crickets. Because I know you don't. Because oftentimes I don't. But we want other people to mean it. We want other people to show it. But we don't show it to our own self. We don't even know what makes us happy because we want other people to do it for us. Ooh, I'm sorry that I'm getting in y'all business. I apologize, but I really don't, because it's true. We don't even know what we like. We have no idea, because why? Because we haven't taken the time to get to know us, to know what we like. That's why. But we want other people to do it for us. We want other people to do it for us. I want him to treat me like I'm his queen. Do you treat you like you a queen? Ooh. Do you treat you like you are royalty? But I expect him to treat me like I'm a queen. I expect you to treat me like I'm a princess. Is that how you treat yourself? Is that how you talk to yourself? Is that how you take care of yourself? Ask yourself these questions. How many times a day do you show yourself love? Then compare that to how many times you show other people love. The list that you show yourself for yourself should be bigger than the list for other people. Putting yourself first is not a bad thing. You should not feel guilty or bad about it. So for Valentine's Day, for this day, self-love day, do something for you. Buy yourself flowers. Take yourself out on a date. It doesn't matter if you are sitting by yourself. Stop worrying about what other people say. Because it took me a long time to actually take myself out on a date, because I was so worried that everybody would look at me because I was sitting at the table eating by myself. And I was worried about what was going through other people's minds. What I needed to understand was that these people were not worried about me. The only person that was worried was me. Stop worrying about what other people think. If it makes you happy, do it. If it brings you joy, do it. Don't worry about how other people are looking at you sitting by yourself. You're happy. If you're living your life for other people, then you're not living. I'm going to say that one more time for people that didn't get it. If you're living your life for other people, then you are not really living. You are doing yourself a disservice. Live for you. Do what makes you happy. Baby, I know that it does not matter if my wife buys me a single thing for Valentine's Day, because that's just another day. But I know for me, I'm going to buy myself roses. I'm going to buy myself some candy. I'm going to take myself out. I'm going to do everything that makes me feel good. Because if I show myself love, if I know how to love me, and this is something that you need to know, if you know how to love you, then when other people come into your life, you can show them how to love you, because you can say, okay, I'm not going to allow you to talk to me like that, because I don't talk to myself that way. So I'm not going to allow you to do it. You now know what you will allow and you will not allow, because now you know how to love you the right way. So you're not going to let anybody just come into your life and handle you any type of way, because you love you and you wouldn't handle you like that. So why would I allow you to come into my life and mistreat me when I don't do that to myself? That's why self-love is important. Because if you don't treat you that way, I'll be damned if I'm going to allow somebody else to come into my life and handle me any type of way. So on this day and every day, show yourself some love. Do things that make you happy. Live your life for you. Learn how to love you more. Stop looking for things that you should give yourself. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of love. You are deserving of love. Regardless of what you did in your past, you are deserving and worthy of love. Regardless of what anybody has ever told you about you, you are deserving and worthy of love. Regardless of how other people expected you to be, you are not here to live up to other people's expectations. You are deserving and worthy of love. Tell yourself right now, I am deserving and worthy of love. You can and will love yourself as you are. You are an amazing person. You are a beautiful person. You are a phenomenal person. Now you need to go out there and treat yourself like you are. Stop shortchanging you. Stop shortchanging you. You are depriving yourself of the happiness that you can give you. That's enough. Now, I want you to remember this as you go out there and be great, not only in their face, but I need you to be great in your own. Remember that you are deserving and worthy of love. Listen, if you like everything that you heard, like, share, subscribe to the channel, because there's much more where this came from. I want you to come on this journey with me so you can learn how to love you. You can learn how to be happy with you. You can know that you are enough as you are. You can know that you need to live your life for you and that you don't need to change for anybody. because you are enough. So show yourself that love. Know that I love you. But my love is not enough if you don't love yourself. Now, honey, you go out there and be fabulous like I know you can be. We'll be back next week. And as always, you have a good day on purpose here. You're welcome.
Not smile, because bitch, you're gorgeous.